Blite Nation. What is up?
Ian minus Liz with
Yes,
Vito.
it's just us for this one. Um
Just got that IV back to your veins right back here.
uh I'm gonna let Vito start this one out.
As you guys can see from the picture, this is going to be a discussion type thing.
Yes.
As you all know, if you have, unless you live under a rock right now, a couple days ago,
Yeah, unless you're completely off the grid or something.
Hamas has attacked Israel. Sorry, paragliding over, taking hostages in from a music festival and other places, doing untold damage. It was, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Ian will give his opinion on what he thinks he said, but it was a terror attack. Straight up, when you target civil, that's not a military operation. If it was a military operation, if you're coming in, you land and you tell civilians you run, you leave. The military's coming in. This is your chance to get out. You don't target and grab them. They would be looking a lot better on the world stage in my eyes right now. As I heard this on Tim Pool, he said this. If they would have came in and said and told the civilians, go, 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 this is a military op, we're targeting military bases in Israel, you need to get out now. This is your warning. How much better would they be looking right now? Not that carnage that we saw.
Um
And you can give your
no,
take,
I
Ian.
see what you're saying. Um I've been seeing a lot throughout the week about it. Um Personally, in my opinion, uh there's a limited amount of what I can speak about it. I do not live over there. I do not know what that's like.
Well,
Um,
the closest thing that we lived through was 2001,
yeah.
9/11.
So living in the United States,
And that's one time.
we're on the East Coast. We're between we're around around the Massachusetts, New York area.
We're not far from when 9/11 happened.
We're not far.
There's people that are a lot closer, but we're not far.
We're about like 2 hours from New York.
Yeah, give or
Um,
take, depending on where you're going.
yeah. Over this week, I should say, I've realized and I've seen a lot of people on social media, like a lot of Americans on social media, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, um, who, if they've never lived over there and their entire life has been in the United States, and I'm going to sound contradictory, and their entire life has been in the United States, you really can't like complain about. Like, I don't want to say complain. There's a limited amount of what you can say because we've never experienced that here.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you just a little bit on what
Well,
you're saying with that. Because no matter where you are, where you live, you should be able to recognize and call out evil.
that's true. That's
No
true.
matter what you
That's also
experience.
true. So that's why it's hard for me to like.
And I understand what you're saying, how you can speak onto it a limit, because
Yeah,
evil is evil.
evil is evil. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with. But like I was thinking like last night, and I'm like,
But I understand we're talking about living in a constant war zone. We
yeah,
don't
we're
understand what that feeling
like
is
me
like.
and Vito. Like Vito can walk down his street or go drive and go to Walmart without worrying about a fucking bomb hitting right next to him.
Yeah. But to be fair, ask somebody who lives in South Chicago. They live in constant fear every day.
That's true. So
You're talking about us personally. I
us
know what you're
us
saying,
personally,
but
I couldn't imagine that.
to be fair, just because you haven't personally lived through an experience doesn't mean you can't have an opinion on
That's
those
true.
things.
That's true. That's a fair point.
And evil is allowed to triumph when good men sit back and say nothing.
Man,
Even though you feel it's not your place to say something, it's okay to give your opinion on something. You're not breaking any laws, you're not hurting anybody by giving an opinion on something.
it's just the way they just been pulling people out the homes, shooting people and shit. I'm like, what the hell, man?
That's not a military operation.
Nah, man. If you're not,
When you're raping a woman in front of his man, her man. Yeah, nah, that's not
Like
when you're beheading
we're
children.
shooting, they're shooting kids, bro.
Yeah,
This shit's wild.
yeah, it's not a good situation.
So
So no, Palestine was not justified in what they did.
Vito is gonna have to confuse me because I keep getting the shit mixed up.
Ian sometimes gets it backwards because
I
again, we're American. We're not versed as well in what's
Yeah.
going on in the
So
constant battle back and forth.
Israel is
The Jewish state
the Jewish state. Palestinian is
is
the
God.
Muslims.
Is yes,
Well, okay.
mostly.
And please correct me if I
I
keep getting
believe that
this.
is the main
I
religion of
keep getting.
Hamas.
Let me know if I'm switching it. I keep getting this confused.
See, Palestinians live in pretty much Gaza,
Okay.
which is yes, there is a
So
giant
is
fence that
Gaza a different country?
yes and no. Israel's in control of Gaza.
Okay. So for example, Washington D.C. is not a state. Is Gaza like D.C. a
Yeah,
district?
yeah, I would say
Okay. So it's
because
like a district.
it's land that Israel has given back to Palestine.
Okay. Okay. So it's not its own country, but people do live there.
It's not I don't believe it's recognized as a country because it's run by terrorists, and they don't
Okay.
recognize terrorists as world leaders.
So is Gaza part of Israel?
I don't. Yes and no. I want to say
Like I said, got correct. Like correct. Please correct me
because
if
they
I'm wrong. I'm just
technically
trying to
control
understand.
supply of stuff, but Israel's not their only border. They could be going to Egypt. Doesn't let them in either
I heard that. I heard Egypt's not letting them in either. I heard that. I saw. Yeah.
because when they come inside their country, they do things like they did the other day. They act like savages.
So what's really the screwed up part is you got a bunch of innocent civilians who have no fucking where to go.
Yeah. Now that is the
They're
tricky
just
thing.
trapped in this shit.
Yep.
They got nothing to do with this. They're just stuck.
But again, what the shitty thing about that is, if you're constantly firing attacks from school, if you're shooting rockets constantly from the school,
Yeah, that's.
what do you think is going to be targeted to stop the rocket fire?
There's got to be a way to solve this shit, bro.
Well, when it is listed in Hamas's charter to eradicate Israel,
So is Hamas like, for example,
they're like,
is it like ISIS or is it like Al Qaeda, like a group like that?
yeah, in my eyes, yes.
Okay. So okay, I'm just trying to I'm giving
And
examples. So like you know how we got Antifa.
yeah, they're like, yeah.
Okay.
They're like Antifa on steroids.
Okay. All right.
They're Antifa with weapons that we left on
I'm
the
just
table.
going by like groups. I'm not trying to label certain people as evil. I'm just groups.
No, Hamas is evil.
I mean, what they're doing is pretty evil.
They're
You know.
doing evil actions are done by evil people.
So who's fighting back?
Oh, Israel has declared war on
Okay. So who is Hamas representing?
Palestine.
Okay. So
So
Hamas is representing Palestine.
yes,
Is Hamas representing the Palestine government?
yes, they were voted in as the leader of Palestine.
Okay. So
They're
what's
the
Israel's group?
Israel's the Jewish state.
So like, do they have like a group like?
Yeah, they're their own country. They have a nuclear.
Yeah.
They're a nuclear
So
superpower.
okay. So it's whatever the group name Israel got. They fight in Hamas.
Yeah, they're the fourth largest standing army in the world.
Okay. All right. So how long you think this gonna last?
Not long, because if there's and the sad part is a lot. There's going to be a lot of collateral damage with this.
So we got the shit in Ukraine. We got this shit now.
Yeah, which might spark Iran sending support to
Bro, we don't. And then
Hamas.
who's the person who said the global day of rage or some shit like
The
that?
former leader of Hamas.
That's not gonna help nothing.
No,
Because they already wilding out in New York. I saw something they wilding out in France.
did you see that Black Lives Matter posted the picture
Yeah.
and dude, that is again another reason to add to the list of why the
I don't think that
corporation.
was the best move. That wasn't a good move.
They doubled down on it.
Yeah, that wasn't a good move. I don't think like because it was like a paratrooper thing.
Dude, the Patrice Cullors is on video in 2015
They said that we
saying,
stand with Palestine, didn't we?
yes, but no, she said that they need the complete eradication of Israel needs to happen. She's on video saying that.
No, you don't need to eradicate anybody. People need to fucking be able to talk shit out.
Israel's been trying to talk shit out for years. This is a conflict that's been going on longer than our life. And again, I'm not an expert
And
on any any.
you know what I think is more difficult? The reason why it's so difficult to talk about it, this shit's been going on since Jesus Christ time.
Yep.
That's why it's so hard. Like they were beefing before Jesus was on the
Yeah.
planet, and they beefing still now.
Yeah. This isn't a 75-year-old thing.
Now,
It goes
this
back
is
to
before like
1948. All 1948 did was recognize that this was Israel's land, giving it back to the Jewish people who originally
like
made it there.
man. So that's why
Nuances to this
there's a
whole.
lot of people talking about it today who I think shouldn't be talking
Oh,
about it.
there's like the dumbasses in college that have no clue what the hell
And
is going on.
bro, this is what. And guys, but I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at how like people need to realize what they're talking about because like
When they're chanting from the river to the sea,
and essentially what they're just beefing over is religion
the
and territory.
land.
Yeah, land. That's essentially what they're beefing over land. Like it's just sad to see. It's sad to see like people are minding their business in their own homes, and Hamas is going up in there and just shooting them.
Yep.
It's
Dragging people back to Gaza
it's
to get them
like
burned
damn.
out. That's not a military again. Not a military operation. No,
This is
forcing yourself on a woman, not military
nah, man.
operation.
This ain't this.
Beheading a child
I
is
don't like
not a
this.
military
I don't like
operation.
none of this. I
There's
don't like none of this shit, bro.
nothing about that is military
I
operation.
don't like none of this. It's just like
And before people are going to say that Israel's been attacking and killing civilians, and I've heard all the arguments. I've even like watched the video. I seen the thing with Max Blumenthal when he was on with Tim Pool. He gave how he what he said about living about his time with Palestine. What they did was not strike back. That's not striking back. That's not. But Israel has to be allowed to defend itself when they're attacked. Why would you not? And again, I've said it before. When you constantly launch your attack from civilian locations, if you're launching your attack from a hospital, if you're launching your attacks from a school,
I
if
see
you
what you're saying. Yeah.
do you think they're going to attack to stop the attack?
Then you
Please.
got Americans over there and shit, man.
The count last I knew was 22 Americans dead.
So now we gotta do something.
Yes, 22 American lives lost.
Before like I think that before there was any well no, because we're Israel's our ally, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Israel's the only democratic state that is out in the
Okay.
Middle East.
Damn, man.
The only Jewish state in the entire world.
What the hell's going on? What the hell do you do?
Uh, Israel has to be allowed to exist.
Then we gotta go recover the American bodies over
It-
there and shit.
They've already given land back to Palestine. They have a chance to form a government, and they voted in Hamas, whose only goal is to reclaim all of the land.
Like man, to me, I don't have anything against Jewish people. I don't have anything against Muslim people. I have shit against violence.
Yeah,
I don't like violence, bro.
I don't like evil.
And that doesn't mean I'm passive. That doesn't mean what's that word when you're afraid to fight when you don't fight? Is pessimist?
Mm.
Is that the word?
Non-aggressive, I guess. Yeah.
I get whatever that word is.
I
I
can't
can't think
think
it
of the
off the
word.
top of my
Yes,
head.
I know. Passive aggressive.
Maybe yeah. I think pessimist means you don't like fighting, right? Is it pessimist?
It's not
I
pessimist.
think it's pessimist. I think.
It's not pessimist when you delay something and you don't want to do something.
Look, it's a P word. I know it's a P word.
Pussy.
Passive aggressive?
When you're being a pussy.
I mean that too, but like I'm not.
Confused between.
There's like
Yeah, I know. There's a bunch. The English language is hard.
yeah, like I just is that it? Is that the I
Instead of openly talking about them. During World War II, when soldiers would fall
it's a P I know it's a P word. That means you don't like to fight. What is that P word?
aggressive behaviors when you express negative feelings. Oh, okay. That's expressing negative feelings.
What is that
That's the
word?
wrong. That's the wrong word.
This
I
is
think.
gonna bother the shit out of
What
you.
is that word, bro? It's a P word.
Well, look up pessimist, and then.
Is that the word pessimist?
But I think that's when you, like when you have to
Oh no,
write a.
shit, that ain't pessimist.
Yeah, when
Man.
you like have to write a paper and you keep delaying.
Yeah, it's like you see the
That's it.
worst. What is that? Somebody help me with English right now, man. I don't know what to
Guys in
look.
the comments down below.
Please, it's the word when you hate. It's when you hate confrontation and fighting. I can't think of
And
it right
again,
now.
I feel so bad for the Palestinian civilians,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I feel so bad for the civilians because, like,
because they're being forced to be there by Hamas, who use them as human shields,
like,
who are putting Israel in a no-win situation. But again, they have to be allowed to defend themselves. You can't continually launch rockets, try to kill people, especially the 1,200 dead so far, I believe they say in Israel right now.
dude. Yeah, that's the number I saw.
Uh,
Man, bombs going off, people getting shot, women and kids getting killed, families getting torn apart.
And again, how different would it have looked if they went in there and told the civilians, run, leave, this is a military operation now, get to your cars and go to your homes now. We will not enter your
I can't
homes.
imagine just being like, if I'm sitting over there and you hear the bombs going off, and you got to try to go to sleep to that shit.
Imagine if you were at a concert and you look up, someone's paragliding down, and they're just starting to mow down. I mean, I know we the closest thing that we would understand about that was the Vegas shooting,
Yeah, that's the closest. I was about to say that's the closest thing.
but that's just acts of evil when you open fire on random people.
This is crazy, man.
That's not how you take your anger out. That's not how you win independence when you technically they are free. They're just not free to move about Israel because if the gates and the if the barrier was down,
Yeah,
what would happen? Tim Pool again. I'll use another analogy Tim Pool used because it was a beautiful analogy. If you're in prison and you're not supposed to be in prison,
yeah,
and they say you keep arguing, I shouldn't be in prison, and they let you out, and the first thing you do is run to a 20-year-old woman and beat the shit out of her. I'm probably going to be like, that dude probably needs to be in prison.
yeah. Why are you assaulting the?
That's what they did. First thing they did when they came over the wall was open fire and start murdering people.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay,
That's why he used
okay.
the analogy.
I see what you.
You see the
Okay, I see what
analogy now?
okay, okay. I was a little lost for a second. I see what you're saying now.
Because they keep calling Gaza an open air prison because Israel has a barrier put up so they can't move freely without Israel because they're terrified of things like that happening, people being slaughtered for no reason.
Damn, man.
If Israel tore down the barriers tomorrow, what do you think would happen?
This is nowhere near over.
Oh God, no!
No,
Israel declare war.
yeah, which is sad. So now you got two wars happening that we know of.
There's a ground. They're going to be doing a ground invasion to go through, and they're going to be hunting for every single Hamas leader, and they're probably going to be making sure they put a bullet in their heads.
So now we got this war going on top of the Ukraine war,
And we can't keep funding everything.
and these are the two main wars that we know about right now.
Yeah. Like, feel bad for Ukrainians, but Israel's an actual ally.
We're not technical allies with Ukraine. We're not.
we're supporting Ukraine. We're not technical allies with them because if we were technical allies with them, we'd be at war with Russia.
Ew.
That's why they're
Okay.
that's why they're not a part of
Okay.
NATO. And do
Okay.
you see how these games are played? We're having a proxy war with Russia
See,
because
I
we're
think the
supplying
problem with it
Ukraine,
is
but we're not at war with Russia.
a lot of this shit is playing
At war
chess for
with
some people are playing checkers.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to play chess. I never learned it. I know how to play some checkers though. But still, that means I'm a step behind.
Yeah, that means that night's gonna be fucking your day up.
Yeah, so. But guys, let us know what you think. Please correct us where we were wrong.
I know people are gonna probably be mad at me for my takes in
Yeah,
Israel,
no,
and I'm
it's okay.
sorry
It's
about it.
okay.
And again,
Let us know where you think we're.
my problem is with Hamas, the leader who apparently 44% of the Palestinians agree with. That's 44% of the country. That's almost half of the country.
Who struck first?
Hamas,
Hamas. Okay. So
because they call Israel the colonizers and occupiers, but they're not colonizers if they're their own state. They're not. They're going to just talk about the treaty that happened back. So they're going to say they're a British colony, but I've seen that argument. They're not. That was all about them recognizing Israel as their own country.
okay. So like,
It was essentially the same thing that happened when France recognized us as our own country back in the 1800s.
so my thing. I think I'm confused. Why? So why did Hamas strike?
Because they don't like the fact that there's a wall between them and Israel because they want to eradicate Israel off the face of the earth.
Gotcha. Okay.
It is in Hamas's charter to eradicate Israel off the face of the earth,
Okay.
like listed in their governmental charter.
Kind of like how Muslim extremists want to eradicate like Western civilization.
Yep.
Okay. And that's not
And
Muslims,
and and,
extremists.
and
I'm cool with
Hamas
Muslims.
again. Hamas doesn't want to just kill Jews, Christians too.
So, in other words, all this shit goes back to religion and territory,
Yep.
which was, as we said before, they've been beefing since Jesus Christ time, man.
Yeah.
And they still beefing. That's a long conflict.
That's a long beef.
That, like, for real.
Again, there's a lot of things that we don't understand because we're not there.
Exactly. There's a lot. Yeah.
This is
So
our
this is what we can just go with what we're being presented.
couple of dumb Americans giving their opinion.
Honestly,
That's just
that's all we
honestly
like. Shit, but
just a couple dumb Americans giving their opinions on the situation.
like
But
we,
again,
honestly,
but
we don't live over there. I don't know anybody over there.
I I can call evil out when I see evil.
Yeah, like if you terrorizing innocent people, not cool. If you hurting women and children and splitting up families and all that, not cool.
And again, you don't get to no, not again. The first time I'm saying this, but you don't get to attack somebody and then claim you say you want a ceasefire and call for a truce and talk about what happened. Ian, if I punched you in the face right now, are you
Let,
gonna want to do something?
let's talk about it.
Like if I just almost wham, Ian, what do you do? Well, calm down, bro. Let's talk about this. Let's,
I see what you're saying. I see. Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure.
like you can't break into someone's house and then tell the owner, "Let's talk about this."
Yeah.
I get it.
Exactly.
I get it. So you're okay. So Hamas struck and then said, "Let's talk about this."
Oh yeah. Like they
Yeah,
were.
you can't do that.
They say let's have a ceasefire, and
You can't do that. You struck first.
now you pissed them off. You killed 1,200 Israelis, 22 Americans.
Yeah, you can't. Nah.
Even Biden had to come out and claim that this was not good in the only way
Like,
Biden could say it.
dude, like that's when the perpetrator tries to play the victim. You can't do that.
No. And that's not a freedom fighter.
Nah, you can't strike first and then say, let's talk about this.
You don't come out
I don't
there.
think that's how it works.
I
No.
repeated this a lot. You don't come out there and keep attacking women
Nah,
and
you
children.
can't. That's not how this works, fam.
When even
That's not.
Vladimir Putin condemns what you've done, come on.
You got, yeah, you got, yeah. This,
Even Vladimir Putin has said that you do not target women and children. You go after the military-aged males. You don't. No. You don't go attack women
and
and
that's
children.
not to say,
And I don't
let's,
agree with anything that man says.
yeah, and that's not to say we agree what happened in Ukraine.
No.
That shit's fucked up too.
But damn, when even he can call out evil.
What the hell, bro? But guys, let us know what you think. Hope you enjoyed this discussion,
Damn, it's weird when evil calls out evil, huh? God damn.
bro. Sometimes you gotta pick. That's why it's come down to the lesser of the two evils. That's why it's
That's where
coming
that
down.
saying comes from.
Yeah,
Where do you think that saying comes from?
sometimes you gotta choose. That's like my parents used to tell me, it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as in the conversation, not
Not what's going on.
not what's going on. I don't. Something's wrong if you enjoying that.
It's
Something's
kinda,
wrong up
it's
here.
kind of sad that that poster behind us kind of has a lot more meaning.
Like, something's wrong upstairs with you if you enjoying this. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah, when a group of people are celebrating that people are getting hurt.
Yeah, like yeah,
That's insane.
if you celebrating violence and the murder of innocent people, I'm not trying to judge you, but something wrong with you upstairs. You need to get checked.
Especially the murder of babies. And
Yeah, you need to get
Yeah.
you need to get checked.
Right?
But
You got something going on up there.
but guys, like, comment, subscribe, blow us up. You know where to reach us at. Let us know how wrong we are, how correct we are, how dumb we are, whatever.
I'm ready for the attacks.
I'm ready.
Go
Just
ahead.
let us know,
Let it
man.
rip.
We're
Just
just
keep
trying
it
to have
civil.
open discussions about things.
Keep it civil.
Yeah, keep it civil. You're allowed to speak your mind.
You are, and I'm sure the people go talking both ways.
Oh yeah, you can say what
least
you want
don't
about
have
me.
argument.
Say what you want about Vito. It's cool.
Don't give me that colonizer bullshit. I already know about that argument.
I just don't. I'm just not down with the unnecessary violence. This
See
war
your
can't.
point. I don't agree.
This whole beef, dog. There got to be an end game, bro. There's got to be an end.
Yeah, Hamas's end game is the.
Like,
I already told you.
yeah, no, yeah, their end
How do
game.
you come to the table? How do you find middle ground with eradication?
Yeah, and that's what makes. That's why the shit has lasted so long. That's why.
Where's the middle ground?
Exactly.
We want to make you extinct.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to have diplomacy after that.
Where's the peace and we want to eradicate you.
Yeah.
What do you counter with?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's a good point. It's a very good point. Probably why this shit has lasted for so many freaking years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Thanks for stopping in and spending some time with us.
For real.
Hit that notification bell, give it a share because it does help the channel out.
Please and thank you.
See you the next time, y'all.
Later, y'all.